I'm increasingly of the view that the present government has decided it is going to lose the next election. And the immigration bill is part of that decision. The immigration bill is never expected to succeed. It's simply expected to stake the claim that the Conservative government had a proposal and the Labour government have abolished it, because the Labour government is all lefty lawyers, quote. So it's a time-wasting ploy, and it's going to leave whatever government comes after this one in an almighty mess. There is, however, another option, and that is the bizarre option that the Conservatives might actually win the next election, in which case they are left with an albatross of astonishing proportions hanging around their neck. I think it's unlikely, but it is always a possibility. Rather like Brexit, I think Boris Johnson never expected Brexit to win. He never expected the referendum to go in the way it did. And when it did, he was left in a quandary, because he'd got the one thing he'd been asking for, the one thing he felt was never going to be possible. And he then had to deliver. And nobody had thought of delivering Brexit because it wasn't really on the agenda. It wasn't even on the horizon. We must be really careful about what we wish for, because it may come true. And this immigration bill is a sordid attempt to appeal to the very worst parts of the right-wing press and the right-wing public, and to drum up xenophobia where it's not necessary. There is an immigration problem, but it's a global one. That means it needs a global solution, not an individual country solution. It needs a global solution. And the only thing that Britain could do now, which would be positive, would be to get that global solution started. The Little Englander approach is pointless and waste of time, and actually is detrimental. If Rishi Sunak really wants to sort things out, he should be negotiating with Macron and reaching out across the world, even to Mr. Putin, to solve the global immigration crisis. And it's something that, frankly, Angela Merkel should have done before she retired. I think she got off the stage quickly because she could see what the problem was and how it was approaching. This is a global problem that needs a global solution. The next government, whether it's Labour or Conservative or something else, will have to deal with this. It cannot avoid it. And the immigration law put forward by Suella Braverman is a waste of time, and if anything, is going to exclude us from the debate.